Welcome back to New Travel Escapes. I'm Nancy, and today we're diving into Secrets Playa Blanca, a newer luxury resort north of Cancun in the Costa Mujeres region. It has a lot to offer, but it also has one major design flaw that you're going to want to know about before you book. So stick around because I'll get into that near the end of the video. But if you're planning a vacation here, this video is all about giving you the real scoop, the good, the quirky, and yes, even the frustrating. So you can decide if this resort is worth your hard-earned vacation money. We've already stayed here, we've taken notes, and we've lived through the experience, so we're going to break it all down for you. This is Secrets Playa Blanca. From the moment we arrived, Secrets Playa Blanca made a strong first impression. We were greeted with a cold cloth and sparkling wine, a simple touch, but one that immediately sets a welcoming tone. You make your way to the check-in desks and have a seat while they scan your passport and you fill out a little paperwork. Unlike many other resorts, you actually sit down and relax at a desk while checking in, rather than standing at a check-in counter. Doesn't seem like much, but it is the little things at this resort that we noticed all week that set Secrets Playa Blanca apart from its competition. They also did not take a credit card hold, which is always nice compared to some resorts that insist on it. There are no wristbands, just a room key card. Now, we arrived before our room was ready, so we decided to go and explore the resort and then have some lunch at the beachside grill restaurant. Our room was ready at 2 p.m. Now, rather than telling us to just come back at the 3 p.m. normal check-in time, the front desk offered to email or call us as soon as the room was available. Again, something most other resorts don't do. This was a quick indicator as to the service levels that we would experience during our stay. The staff throughout the resort were consistently friendly, professional, and attentive. High service standards really do impact your vacation here. Secrets Resorts does push for you to have breakfast with them and talk about the world of Hyatt Vacation Club, aka timeshare. Just say no to the timeshare sales pitch unless you're okay giving them up part of your vacation for it. It's persistent, but you can absolutely decline. After a no from us, they never mentioned it again. Secrets Playa Blanca's design is luxurious and well thought out. The materials are very high quality. Outdoor furnishings, they're heavy and comfortable, and the overall vibe actually reminded us a lot of the Four Seasons in Oahu. There's lush landscaping, mature-looking foliage, and artful Mayan-inspired accents. Fire pits throughout the property add warmth and ambiance, especially in the evenings. Honestly, even though we visited during a warm season, these would shine in the cooler months. The ambiance at night around this resort is really beautiful. We stayed in a swim-out suite, non-preferred club. The bed was incredibly comfortable, heavy pillows, a quality duvet, and plenty of space to stretch out. The air conditioning isn't locked, unlike some other resorts, which means that you can adjust it to your perfect temperature without having to nag the front desk to have somebody from maintenance come and unlock the air conditioning unit. Housekeeping and turn-down service were excellent. Here's a funny little anecdote for you. My husband, whom I lovingly call my whiskey snob, now he prefers connoisseur, it's too many syllables for me, and frankly, he's not writing this. He has a habit of draping his clothes around the room. Well, I, on the other hand, am a bit of a neat freak, and I put my clothes in the drawers of the closet. On our first day, our housekeeper neatly folded all of his clothes and placed them on the dresser. I was thrilled, and honestly, I kind of wanted to bring her home with me. Wow, this made an impression. She also actually took all of his shoes and lined them up and pointed them all in the same direction. Like, this woman stole my heart. Anyway, the suite design is a perfect balance of comfort and style. There are thoughtful artistic touches all over the room. We'll do a separate video breaking down all of the different suite options at Secrets Playa Blanca, including preferred versus non-preferred, so stay tuned for that if you're curious about which room fits your style and your budget. But just a heads up about the suites, you do have the option of booking a guaranteed 2-bed suite here if you're planning a friend group or you're traveling with someone you want to share the room with and not the bed. I'll break all of that down in the suites review video. But overall, we really enjoyed this room. And the swim out itself, it was gorgeous. Secrets Playa Blanca has 4 main pools. The Jungle Pool, the Beachfront Infinity Pool, the Preferred Club Pool, and the main Activity Pool. Each pool has pool concierges to help with finding chairs, refreshing towels, and even cleaning your sunglasses. They'll also introduce you to your pool servers who will look after all your beverage needs. The service is excellent and makes lounging stress-free. Let's talk about the Jungle Pool. It is a tranquil space and I love the concept of this pool, but it was my least favorite, and I think it's because the design is flawed here. It's actually split into 2 pools separately by a bridge that's kind of enclosed in boulders underneath, so you can't float continuously around the circuit. A small tweak could turn this into a lazy river style experience, which would be much better in my opinion. There are cabana rentals around this pool, and even though the resort was at almost 90% capacity when we were there, the cabanas weren't being utilized at all, and the swim-up bar in the Jungle Pool wasn't open during our stay. There's a hot tub on the side of the Jungle Pool, but it also wasn't heated at the time of our visit, but I know it can be heated, so likely it will be much warmer during the winter months. Overall, not my favorite place to hang out. It just didn't work, or it didn't feel comfortable, or it didn't flow, literally. The Infinity Pool is closest to the beach and it overlooks the sand. It's a bit smaller and quieter than the main pool. It is a great swim-up bar and really comfortable lounge chairs, but there are limited chairs. Of course, there's just not space for more, so arrive early if this is your preferred spot. But even if you can't find chairs around there and you find chairs at the main pool, there might be 10 to 15 steps between the two, so you can have chairs at either spot and just go back and forth depending on what you feel like doing. Then we have the main activity pool. Now, of course, this is the busiest spot during the day, really. There are several pool concierge around this main pool and they're working really hard all day long. Don't worry if at first the main pool chairs look occupied, just ask the pool concierge where you can sit. They will help you out. Sometimes the chairs look full because the concierge sets up some towels in advance, so they actually know which chairs are empty and which are taken. Our pool concierge every day were fantastic. They helped us find chairs, they cleaned our sunglasses, they checked in on us repeatedly, they refreshed our towels, and they were always checking to see if we needed anything. This is in addition to the pool servers who are bringing you drinks and even taking your lunch order to bring it to your chair if you just don't feel like moving. It might look like there's a chair game, but ask those pool concierge where to sit because they know exactly who is sitting where. Activities and entertainment are constant around the main pool. If you like activities, then this is where you want to spend your day. There is music and almost always something or 2 or 3 somethings going on around the main pool. There are activities to participate in like sports or crafts or card games. There's also music or a live musician or even dancers to entertain you. A lot to do and a lot to watch. If you want a day of tranquility, then you can move over to the Jungle Pool or the Infinity Beachfront Pool or the Preferred Club Pool if you've booked Preferred Club, or simply grab a chair at the beach and relax for the day. But if you want activities, then there's a lot on offer at the main pool. Now, bring your own floaties seems to be okay if it's a reasonable size. Don't expect that those big floating flamingos or the pool floats that hold 2 or 3 people, they're not going to be okay. But smaller sling style floats, they're going to work really well here. Then there's the Preferred Club Pool. Now, we did not book Preferred Club, but we did spend some time snooping around. And honestly, we didn't feel like we really missed out on much. There is a separate pool for the exclusive use of Preferred Club guests, and this pool is a nice size with even more comfortable loungers and great poolside service. It's also beside an exclusive Preferred Club lounge with premium alcohol. It is a really nice option for sure for your trip. But for most travelers, the standard pool areas offer excellent service and comfort with plenty to do, while saving a few dollars. Now, we like to save a few dollars and stay a couple extra days, but if you're celebrating something and you want to go all out, Preferred Club is beautiful. All of the pools, with the exception of the main pool, but including all of the swim-up pools, they are heated from November on for the cooler months of the year. Now, if you're new to our channel, maybe you don't know this, but if you're a regular, you know that we have traveled over the Christmas holidays frequently, and sometimes the pools are just too cold to get into comfortably. That will not be the case here. The beach at Secrets Playa Blanca is long, clean, and well maintained. Seating is plentiful and the service is fantastic. The seaweed is cleared carefully to protect the turtles, and most chairs are set behind a small berm for conservation purposes. The sand is soft, the water is clear, but remember this can vary slightly depending on weather conditions and the time of year. There's a preferred club section of the beach and a beach bar, and there's a non-preferred beach area with a great bar and very good service. And they're pretty close to, being very similar to one another. The water was clear and calm when we were there, and if you're a beach lover, this one is really, really nice. The preferred club side of the beach has these beautiful beach cabanas. A gorgeous spot to spend the day. This is the non-preferred club bar. See, they're very similar. And here's the non-preferred club seating style with the palapas. Let's move on to the dining options at Secrets Playa Blanca. This resort has a solid mix of a la carte options, as well as a buffet. Bordeaux is for French, Himitsu is Asian, the Market Cafe is their buffet, Oceana is a seafood focused, Seaside Grill is a steakhouse, Portofino is Italian, El Patio is Mexican, the Coco Cafe is a 24-hour coffee shop, and the Barefoot Grill is your lunch spot by the pool. This resort actually has proper menus, which encourages a digital detox, a really nice luxury touch. If you want to leave your phone in the room and completely disconnect from all of the digital mayhem, then you absolutely can at Secrets Playa Blanca, and I highly encourage you to do it for a day or a few days, if not for all of your vacation. We're going into a deep dive into all of the restaurants and bars as well as their menu, and we're going to show you what we ate in a separate video. So be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss that one. After all, when you book an all-inclusive resort, you are paying for all of your food and drinks up front. So it's a good idea to know what you're paying for before you pay for it. There are plenty of bars, including the Barefoot Bar near the pool, the Sugar Reef Bar with a pool table and other games. There's the Barracuda Bar, Manatees is the swim-up bar, and Rendezvous is the central hub in the evenings before and after dinner. There's a preferred beach bar and lounge, and there's also Desire's Music Lounge open in the evenings, which is a great spot for late-night cocktails and dancing. While we're talking about the Desire's nightclub, let's talk about the entertainment. As I mentioned, the activities are constant, especially around that main pool. There's sports, there's crafts, there's card game, there's live music and performances. Now your evening options include this Desire's Music Lounge, as well as nightly shows in the theater. But the theater has no air conditioning and no fans, so it can get really warm in there. They also have other entertainment going on, like a silent disco, karaoke, and other creative craft-style workshops. There's also live music, usually around the rendezvous bar or near the preferred club, and sometimes even in the restaurants for dinner. There are tennis and pickleball, they're also available, but honestly, the facilities are not overly impressive and they feel a little bit like an afterthought. But they're there if that's something that you want to do on vacation. There is a beautiful spa on site, but the spa pricing is really high in my opinion. The hydrotherapy circuit alone is over $100 USD per person. But the property occasionally offers deals to bring it in line with spa pricing in other resorts. Personally, I wouldn't book a treatment without negotiating a deal first or seeing what those daily promotions are. Preferred club guests do get one hydrotherapy circuit per person for their stay. There is a really nice gym on site near the spa, and it is very well equipped. You really don't need anything, and it's for anyone wanting to balance out those all-inclusive calories. Now let's talk about the one major design flaw that impacts your comfort at this resort. Most bars and common areas are open air. Now this is really beautiful for ambiance, especially with all of the fire features and the water, the water features, but when it rains or it gets super humid or the mosquitoes are out in full force, there's literally nowhere indoors to escape except maybe those 8 seats in the coffee shop or back to your room. The rendezvous bar in particular, which is the hub of this resort in the evening, it needs to be enclosed or have better air movement or something better than what it has now. Don't get me wrong, it is a gorgeous bar as you can see, and it has great seating around the perimeter as well as around the bar. It is really, really comfortable. But none of that matters. If you've dressed up for an upscale dinner and you're sweating through your clothes while you wait for your restaurant pager to go off, not to mention the insect attacks during the rainy season. It's not really an issue during the day, but in the evenings during certain times of the year, guests dressed up for dinner or wanting to escape the bugs have almost nowhere to go except back to their room or to the coffee shop or maybe the Desires nightclub if it's open. There's a little bit of AC in the preferred club lounge, but that doesn't help you with the mosquito problem. And it's really a shame because everything else at this resort is so thoughtfully executed. They're high quality materials, beautiful landscaping, excellent service, great design style. But this choice in this design is something to consider when deciding what time of year to visit. Now, fixing this major design flaw, as well as tweaking that jungle pool design to turn it into a single pool, would put this resort as a front runner for one of our all-time favorite properties in the Cancun area. Overall, we were highly impressed with Secrets Playa Blanca. They have comfortable, luxurious suites with artful touches. They have a very high staff to guest ratio. I think it's about 870 staff for 507 rooms, and there's exceptional service. There's a beautiful design with lush landscaping, those fire pits and water features making it gorgeous during the day and also again at night. They have fun and flexible pools with padded lounge chairs and a long and gorgeous beach. There's plenty of dining options and a plethora of activity and entertainment choices. There's something for pretty much everyone. For us, the one caveat is the open-air design, especially around Rendezvous Bar, and the inability to get away from the humidity and the insects if you want to. But if you go during a drier season and plan around it, it's an incredible resort. Don't forget, we pay for our own trips. We remain anonymous so we don't get special treatment. There are no sponsorships, no fluff, just honest reviews based on our stay so that you can make informed choices. Saving up for a vacation takes a long time, and we want to help make sure that you pick the best choice for what you want in your vacation. If you found this helpful, subscribe, hit the bell, and share our channel with friends. Join our Facebook community to talk all things travel and check out the booking links in the description to find some great deals. We'll be back with more Secrets Playa Blanca videos, a full restaurant and bar breakdown, and a full explanation of the different suite options coming soon. We also stayed at the new Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres resort, which is probably Secrets Playa Blanca's strongest competition. We will have a full review coming up of Coral soon so you can see how they compare. They are both luxury properties and they're both similarly priced, and they're each doing some things really well and other things not so bueno. Thanks for sticking with me. I know this is a lot of information, but when you're looking to spend the money on a luxury resort, we want to make sure you have all the information you will need to make the best choice for you. Be kind to yourself and others, and I'll see you next week with more new travel escapes. Bye, everybody.